Welcome to Paper Simplified, a podcast brought to you by SILMA AI. Today we're diving deep into the Qwen2.5-VL Technical Report.
Straight from the Qwen team at Alibaba Group.
This paper is all about a cutting-edge vision language model.
Hmm.
What's really cool is this model isn't just reading text, it's actually understanding images and videos.
Yeah, almost like it has a super-powered brain.
Definitely.
Oh.
And it can tackle really complex tasks, like deciphering documents, spotting objects, even understanding videos that are hours long.
It's fascinating, The researchers use this analogy of a sandwich cookie to describe how most large vision language models, or LVLMs, work.
Okay, a sandwich cookie. I'm intrigued.
Well, they're decent at a lot of tasks, but they kind of lack exceptional performance in specific areas, like, the middle layer of a sandwich cookie.
Yeah, it's good, but not exactly the most memorable part.
Exactly. Qwen2.5-VL wants to change that by strengthening both the bottom layer, which is fine-grained visual perception,
Okay.
and the top layer, which is kind of like multimodal reasoning.
So it's like they're making a gourmet sandwich cookie, packing in flavor at every layer.
Yeah, exactly. So it becomes exceptional across the board.
I like that analogy.
Yeah,
Can you break down this three-layer model a bit further? Like, what's going on under the hood?
sure. So let's start with the bottom layer, the base, the large language model, or LLM for short.
Got it.
It's built on the already pretty impressive Qwen 2.5 LLM, but it's modified with something called multimodal rotary position, embedding aligned to absolute time.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, it's easier to just call it MROP.
MROP, okay.
Essentially, this allows the model to understand timing and sequence of events in a way that your standard LLMs just can't.
Okay, so we've got our base, the LLM. What's the next layer? What's the filling in this AI sandwich?
So the next layer is the vision encoder. It's a redesigned vision transformer, or VIT,
Okay.
and it processes images at their native resolution.
That's interesting. So it doesn't squeeze or stretch images to fit a specific hold.
Exactly. It uses window attention to process the information efficiently. And 2D ROPE to understand spatial relationships within an image.
So it's like this model has a built-in sense of space.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about the vision-language merger? What's that all about?
So that's where everything comes together. It uses something called an MLP, which is a type of neural network,
Okay.
to basically compress and translate the visual features from the vision encoder before sending them to the LLM.
So it's making sure that the language part and the vision part of the model are speaking the same language.
Exactly. That's a great way to put it.
I'm also curious about this dynamic resolution and frame rate capability. How does the model handle different inputs so smoothly?
Right, so Qwen 2.5-VL, one of its strengths is that it can process images of all different sizes and videos with different FPS rates without any problems.
That's really impressive. So it could understand a high-res photograph or a low-res security camera feed equally well.
Exactly. Or tell the difference between a slow-motion replay and real-time action in a video.
So it adapts to different visual inputs like a chameleon. Okay, let's talk about the data they used for training. They used 4 trillion tokens.
Yeah.
That's mind-boggling.
Yeah, they had to come up with creative ways to manage that.
How do they even begin to manage such a massive data set?
Well, they meticulously cleaned, synthesized, and categorized a massive amount of data. Think of it like a giant library filled with different types of information. Image captions, OCR data, visual knowledge,
Okay, yeah.
information about how agents interact with the world. They tackled incredible data challenges to create this training ground for the model.
It sounds like they were very intentional about the data they used to train Qwen 2.5-VL. Can you tell us more about the training process itself?
Yeah, so the training was divided into 3 phases, kind of like an intensive boot camp, but for AI.
An AI boot camp, I like that.
Visual pre-training,
Okay,
multimodal pre-training,
got it.
and long context pre-training.
Okay, break it down for me. What happens in each phase?
So in the first phase, the VIT,
The vision transformer.
yes, the vision transformer, it learned to basically see clearly, identifying objects, understanding scenes, getting a handle on the visual world.
So it's like teaching the model the ABCs of vision.
Exactly. Then comes multimodal pre-training. This is where the VIT and the LLM join forces. They start to learn to connect images and text, understanding how visual elements relate to language descriptions.
So it's like teaching the model a new language, one that's all about the visual world.
Precisely. And finally, there's the long context pre-training phase. Here, the model really starts to tackle more complex tasks, like understanding long videos,
Okay.
understanding those complex interactions between agents and the world.
So it's not just understanding what it sees, but the entire story, the context, the nuances.
Exactly.
This is all incredibly impressive. But I know the researchers didn't stop there. They also did some post-training refinement.
Absolutely. Even after that intensive boot camp, they wanted to fine-tune those skills and make sure it aligned with human preferences.
So they enrolled it in an elite training program.
Yeah, this involved two phases: supervised fine-tuning, or SFT,
Got it.
and direct preference optimization, DPO.
Okay, so it's like having expert coaches providing constant feedback to help the model reach peak performance.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
It's amazing how much care and attention to detail went into this model. I'm excited to learn more about what it can do.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did Qwen2.5-VL perform in benchmarks after all that training?
Well, that's where things get exciting. The researchers compared it to other, state-of-the-art models on a whole bunch of different benchmarks. The results were pretty remarkable. It excelled in things like document understanding, object grounding,
Uh-huh.
video understanding, and agent functionality, often outperforming the competition, sometimes by quite a bit.
So they've created a true AI powerhouse.
Yes.
Let's delve deeper into these capabilities, starting with document understanding. I understand Qwen 2.5 VL has some pretty remarkable OCR prowess.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, so tell me about that.
It's like a master code breaker for documents. It can parse tables, charts, equations, even musical notation.
Wow. So it's not just recognizing text, it's actually understanding the meaning and structure of the content.
Exactly.
That's incredible.
It achieved top scores on these benchmarks like CCOCR and OmniDocBench. So not only can it see the information, but it truly understands it,
Wow.
even from the most intricate layouts.
That's amazing. It's like having a personal assistant that can analyze and extract information from any document.
Yeah.
And what's even more impressive is its spatial understanding.
Yes. It can pinpoint specific details within an image. It goes beyond just recognizing objects. It can tell you the exact location of something,
Okay.
even if the scene is really cluttered or the object is partially hidden.
So it's not just seeing, it's understanding spatial relationships, kind of like how a human would interpret a scene.
Exactly.
That's mind-blowing. How about video understanding? Does it just passively watch, or can it really grasp what's happening?
It really grasps it. It's not just passively watching.
Yeah.
It analyzes and understands videos, capturing those temporal dynamics, identifying events, comprehending those actions and interactions.
So it's not just watching the movie, it's understanding the plot, the characters, the nuances.
Yes.
That's incredible. And it aced benchmarks like LV Bench and MLVU.
Yeah, they focus on long-form video understanding. It even outperformed GPT-4o.
Wow, that's a tough one to beat. This brings us to agent functionality. Does this mean Qwen 2.5 VL can actually interact with the world, not just observe it?
Exactly. Yeah, it's not just a spectator. It can act as an agent, interacting with devices, carrying out tasks based on instructions.
So this is like having a highly skilled and incredibly adaptable digital assistant.
Yes.
This is truly revolutionary. And there's more, right?
Yeah. We have to talk more about that MRPA.
Right. The multimodal rotary position embedding aligned to absolute time.
Yes. It plays a key role in the model's understanding of video.
Okay, I've been dying to hear more about that. Break it down for me. How does MROB work, and why is it so important for video understanding?
Well, imagine you're watching a video. This embedding allows the model to understand not just the order of events, but the actual timing. Like it has a built-in stopwatch, helps it understand the rhythm and flow.
So it's like the model has developed a sense of time, not just space. This is getting closer and closer to human-like perception.
Yes, exactly. And to make sure it was learning from the best data, they use this meticulous data filtering pipeline.
What did that involve?
A multi-stage process of categorization, rule-based filtering, even model-based filtering.
It really shows how much work goes into these AI models.
Yes.
It's not just about the algorithms, it's about the data, the training, the refinement. Speaking of refinement, I'm curious about how they boosted the model's reasoning abilities.
Right, so that's where their rejection sampling approach came in.
Rejection sampling.
Yeah, they basically challenged the model with complex tasks like math problems, cone generation, tricky visual questions, and then they only kept the examples where the model got the answer right.
Ah, so they were really pushing it to think critically and learn from its mistakes.
Exactly.
Then they used that dual-stage post-training process we talk about to fine-tune it.
Yes.
First, supervised fine-tuning to make sure the model could follow instructions. Then direct preference optimization to align it with human preferences.
Right.
It's fascinating, really. It's like watching the evolution of a truly intelligent machine step by step.
It really is. The innovation and creativity on display in this paper are just remarkable.
Absolutely. We've talked about how Qwen 2.5-VL can understand documents, pinpoint objects, and even interact with devices. What does this mean for the real world? How could this technology be used?
Oh, the possibilities are vast. We're talking healthcare, education, customer service, accessibility.
It's like a glimpse into a future where AI isn't just a tool, but a true partner, helping us solve problems and achieve things we never thought possible.
Yeah. And it could have a huge impact on scientific research, analyzing huge data sets, uncovering hidden patterns.
Right,
Yeah.
accelerating discoveries in fields like medicine and climate science.
Exactly.
It's like giving scientists a superpower, allowing them to explore the universe of knowledge at warp speed.
And we can't forget about creative applications. Imagine AI helping us generate art, write music, even compose stories.
It's like opening a Pandora's box of creative possibilities, with AI as our muse.
He really is. But for now, let's continue our deep dive and focus more on the technical details of those agent capabilities.
That sounds like a great place to pick up in part 2.
Okay, so let's explore how Qwen 2.5-VL performs as an agent. The paper highlights its exceptional performance in this area, showcasing its ability to, interact with the digital world in remarkable ways.
That's fascinating. So it's not just understanding information, it's actually using that understanding to interact with devices, complete tasks. Can you tell us more about the benchmarks they use to evaluate these agent capabilities?
Yeah, so they use several benchmarks to really put it through its paces, including ScreenSpot and ScreenSpot Pro, which focus on understanding and interacting with graphical user interfaces, or GUIs for short.
GUIs. Okay, so that's like all the screens on our smartphones and computers.
Exactly. Think about all those buttons, icons, and menus.
Yeah, that's a lot for an AI to process.
It is. So in ScreenSpot, Qwen 2.5-VL was given instructions in natural language, and it had to identify and manipulate specific elements on the screen.
So it's like the model is learning to see and click on things just like a human user would.
Exactly. And it performed exceptionally well, achieving an accuracy of 87.1%.
Wow, that's incredibly impressive, especially considering how complex modern GUIs can be.
Right. Now, ScreenSpot Pro, that's even more challenging. Higher resolution images, even more complex GUI elements, really pushes those spatial understanding and reasoning abilities.
So it's like the AI is taking a test, but on hard mode.
Yeah. And it exceeded expectations, setting a new state-of-the-art on ScreenSpot Pro with an accuracy of 43.6%.
It's like watching an athlete shatter a world record. They didn't stop there, did they? They also tested those agent capabilities in more real-world scenarios.
Yeah, they did. They used these platforms called Android World and Mobile MiniWab++O, which are essentially simulated smartphone environments.
So it's like the model is learning to use a smartphone just like a human. What kind of tasks did it have to perform in these simulated environments?
All kinds of things. Opening apps, making calls, sending messages, all the things we do on our smartphones every day. It really had to navigate those complexities of a real-world operating system.
Which is no easy feat for an AI.
No, it's not. But it excelled, showed it could function as an agent in those dynamic environments.
That's incredibly exciting. It means we're getting closer to a future where AI can assist us with everyday tasks.
Absolutely. Increased efficiency, convenience. It could free up so much of our time.
It could also be incredibly helpful for people with disabilities, providing assistance with tasks that might be difficult for them.
Absolutely. The possibilities are really vast, but it's important to remember, we need to approach these advancements responsibly, ethically. As AI agents become more capable, we need to make sure they're aligned with human values.
That's a crucial point. Can we delve a bit more into the architecture and the training methodology? What made Qwen 2.5-VL such a capable agent?
Of course. Let's revisit those three main components of the model, the large language model, the vision encoder, and the vision language merger, and see how they work together.
Okay, I'm ready for a refresher.
So the large language model, the LLM, think of it as the brain of the agent. It understands instructions, reasons about the task, generates the actions. The vision encoder, that's like the eyes. It's processing visual information from the environment.
So the LLM is making decisions based on what the vision encoder sees.
Exactly. And then the vision language merger, that's the communication bridge. It makes sure they understand each other, kind of like a translator.
This is a fascinating interplay of language, vision, and reasoning.
It is. And one of the key innovations in Qwen 2.5-VL is this dynamic resolution. It can process images and GUIs of all different sizes without having to resize or distort them.
So the model can adapt to different situations.
Exactly, whether it's looking at a large computer screen or a small smartphone display. And of course, we have that MROP, that multimodal rotary position embedding aligned to absolute time.
Right, the timekeeper for the AI.
Yes, it's crucial for the model's ability to understand those temporal dynamics, to interact with the world in real time.
Right. It's like having that built-in sense of rhythm and flow.
Right, and to train the model to be this capable agent, they exposed it to a massive amount of data, a vast collection of agent interactions.
So it's like they created a giant training ground
Right.
where the AI could learn from countless examples.
Exactly. All of that combined with, the rigorous training and refinement process resulted in an AI agent that is capable of impressive performance
Right.
in both simulated and real-world environments.
It's like watching science fiction become reality, with AI agents becoming more and more capable every day.
I know, it's very exciting. It's an exciting time to be working in this field.
It is. But as we move forward, we need to consider those broader implications, make sure these agent capabilities are developed and deployed responsibly.
Absolutely. We need to think carefully about the potential impact on society, making sure AI is aligned with human values and used to benefit everyone.
Exactly. Okay, let's shift our focus now. Let's talk about the evaluation and benchmarking of Qwen 2.5-VL, specifically its performance on those document understanding and OCR tasks. The paper highlights some impressive results there.
Yeah, they do.
So tell me, what benchmarks did they use and how did Qwen 2.5-VL perform?
They use a range of established benchmarks like CCOCR and OmniDocBench, which are kind of, widely recognized as challenging tests.
Can you remind me what these benchmarks are all about?
Sure. So CCOCR, that stands for Comprehensive and Challenging OCR. As the name suggests, it tests how well AI models handle those complex OCR tasks across different languages, fonts, layouts.
So it's like a comprehensive exam for AI's OCR skills.
Exactly. And Qwen 2.5-VL aced it, achieved a remarkable score of 79.8% on CCOCR. That's a significant improvement, over previous models.
Wow, that's truly impressive. It sounds like Qwen 2.5-VL is a true OCR champion. What about OmniDocBench?
So OmniDocBench focuses on evaluating the ability to parse and understand different types of documents, like invoices, forms, tables, even scientific papers.
So it's testing the model's ability to handle the vast array of documents we encounter in our daily lives.
Exactly. And Qwen 2.5-VL performed exceptionally well, demonstrating its ability to handle those complex document structures and layouts.
It sounds like this model is a master of document comprehension. What are the practical implications of these results?
Well, imagine a world where AI can instantly analyze and extract information from any document.
Uh-huh.
Think about the time and effort this could save in industries like finance, law, healthcare, research.
It's like having a super efficient digital assistant.
Yeah.
That can handle all your document-related tasks with incredible speed and accuracy.
Exactly. And it's not just about efficiency, it's about accessibility too. Imagine AI helping people with visual impairments to read documents.
Right? Or people who struggle with those complex forms.
Exactly. It could really create a more inclusive and accessible world.
That's a beautiful thought. Now let's move on to another remarkable capability. Qwen 2.5-VL's spatial understanding and object grounding. The paper shows some amazing results there.
Yes, it does, demonstrating the model's ability to pinpoint specific details within images.
Even when faced with those complex scenes and challenging descriptions.
Even then, they used a variety of challenging benchmarks that assess those capabilities, including RefCoCo, RefCoCo plus PokeMarley, RefCoCog, and OdinW.
I'm familiar with some of those. Can you remind me what they're all about?
Sure, so RefCoCo, RefCoCo plus Sly, and RefCoCog, they all focus on referring expression comprehension. The AI is presented with an image and a description, and it has to identify the object or region that matches.
So it's like a game of I Spy for AI.
Yeah, exactly. And Qwen 2.5-VL excelled, achieving state-of-the-art results on all three. It showed a remarkable ability to understand those complex descriptions, even those involving spatial relationships, colors.
Wow. It sounds like this model has a keen eye for detail. What about OdinW?
So ODIN-W, that stands for Object Detection in the Wild. That one focuses on the model's ability to detect and localize objects in real-world images.
So it's like testing the model's ability to handle the visual chaos we encounter every day.
Exactly. And it performed very well, showcasing its ability to identify and locate objects in those, cluttered scenes.
It's remarkable how AI is becoming more and more adept at understanding the visual world.
Yeah.
What are the practical implications of these spatial understanding capabilities?
Well, imagine the possibilities in robotics, where AI could guide robots to navigate and manipulate objects in real-world environments. Think about self-driving cars understanding complex traffic scenes.
It's like we're moving closer to a world where AI can see and understand the world just as well as we do.
And don't forget about those tasks that require really fine-grained visual analysis, like medical imaging or quality control in manufacturing.
The possibilities are truly mind-blowing. I'm eager to learn more about how Qwen2.5-VL handles video. The paper highlights some impressive capabilities in video understanding and grounding.
Okay, let's dive into that. Qwen2.5-VL's ability to comprehend not just the content of videos, but those temporal dynamics.
Okay, tell me everything. What benchmarks did they use? What were the results?
So they evaluated it on various video understanding benchmarks, including LV-Bench, MLVU, and Charade's STA, known for being pretty challenging. Focus on different aspects of video comprehension.
Can you remind me what they're all about?
Sure. So LV-Bench, that stands for Long Video Benchmark. It focuses on the model's ability to understand and answer questions about videos that are several hours long.
So it's like testing the model's ability to follow the plot of a movie.
Exactly. And Qwen 2.5-VL delivered an impressive performance, achieving a score of 47.3%, which puts it ahead of GPT-4o.
Wow, that's a significant accomplishment. What about MLVU?
MLVU, or Multitask Long Video Understanding, is a comprehensive benchmark. It assesses the model's ability to perform different tasks like question answering, summarization,
Okay.
and event localization.
So it's like a multifaceted test of video comprehension.
Yeah. And again, Qwen 2.5-VL demonstrated its capabilities, achieving those excellent results.
This model sounds like a true video expert.
Mm.
What about Charade's STA?
So Charade's STA focuses on something called temporal activity localization, which means identifying those precise time intervals where actions or events occur.
So it's like asking the AI to pinpoint the exact moment when, say, a character throws a ball.
Yeah, exactly. And Qwen 2.5-VL showed remarkable accuracy, achieving an MIU score of 50.9%.
That's impressive. It even surpassed the performance of GPT-4o, right?
It does. It really highlights the model's ability to understand the fine-grained temporal details.
It's as if this model has developed a sixth sense for timing.
Yeah. And remember, MROP, it plays a crucial role in this.
Right. It allows the model to understand not just the order of events, but the actual timing.
The duration of actions, the rhythm of the video.
It's incredible to see how AI is evolving to understand video in a way that's getting closer and closer to human perception.
I agree. It really is. Now, what are your thoughts on the potential implications?
The possibilities are incredible. Think about content creation, security and surveillance, healthcare.
Healthcare, yeah. Imagine AI analyzing medical videos to help with diagnosis or to monitor patients.
It's fascinating to think about how AI is becoming more integrated into our visual world.
But, as with all powerful technologies, we need to proceed responsibly.
Absolutely. As AI's video understanding capabilities continue to evolve, we need to consider those ethical implications, make sure it benefits humanity.
I agree.
Okay, I'm curious about something else. Qwen 2.5-VL's ability to handle multilingual content. The training dataset included a diverse range of languages.
Yes, they went to great lengths to ensure the data set represented different cultures and linguistic structures.
That's really important.
Yeah. This exposed the model to such a wide range of, textual and visual content, expanding its understanding of the world.
It's like they gave the AI a global education, teaching it to speak and understand multiple languages.
Exactly. And this had a significant impact on its performance. It demonstrated impressive results on benchmarks that involved different languages, image captioning, question answering, document analysis.
That's remarkable. It's like having a universal translator built right into the AI model.
And remember that OCR and document understanding capability,
Uh-huh.
it can also parse and extract information from documents in different languages.
Wow, that opens up so many possibilities for communication and collaboration. across cultures.
Absolutely, breaking down language barriers and business research diplomacy.
It's incredible. But we also need to be aware of the challenges of developing multilingual AI, right?
Of course. It's important to be mindful of potential biases and ensure that the model is trained on data from different cultures.
That's a crucial point. We need to ensure AI reflects the richness and diversity of human languages and cultures.
I completely agree. It's an ongoing challenge.
This deep dive into Qwen 2.5-VL has been incredibly insightful. It's amazing to see how AI is evolving to understand and interact with our world.
I couldn't agree more. It's a testament to the ingenuity and hard work of researchers all over the world.
It's an exciting time to be witnessing these advancements. I'm eager to continue exploring this fascinating research.
Let's talk about another cool thing about Qwen 2.5-VL. Its approach to dynamic resolution and frame rate.
Okay.
This is really key. It lets the model handle different input sizes and speeds, without affecting how well it performs.
That's really interesting. So how does this dynamic resolution and frame rate magic actually work?
Well, think about it this way. A lot of traditional vision language models, they kind of rely on fixed input sizes,
Okay.
which means images and videos have to be, resized or cropped to fit. And that can actually cause problems. It can lead to information being lost.
Yeah, I can see how that would limit the model's ability to handle real-world stuff. Visuals come in all shapes and sizes.
Exactly. But Qwen 2.5-VL, it doesn't have that limitation. It uses dynamic resolution processing. So it can handle images and videos of all different sizes and aspect ratios. No pre-processing or distortion needed.
So it's like having a set of eyes that can just adjust and zoom in or out to capture everything.
That's a great way to put it.
That's really impressive. Does this dynamic resolution also apply to video?
Yeah, it does. Qwen 2.5-VL uses dynamic FPS sampling.
Dynamic FPS sampling.
Mhm.
Okay, so it can work with videos with different frame rates.
Exactly.
Why is that so important? Don't most videos have a standard frame rate?
They do, but there are exceptions. Think slow motion, time lapses, or videos from devices with different recording settings.
Right.
And all those variations, they can actually throw off those traditional models, lead to, inaccuracies or incomplete understanding.
That makes sense. It's like trying to watch a movie, but the speed keeps changing. It'd be hard to follow the story.
Yeah, exactly. Qwen 2.5-VL's dynamic FPS sampling lets it adapt, ensures smooth and accurate understanding.
It's like the model has a built-in speed control, so it can sync with the pace of the content. That's amazing. So how do the researchers actually evaluate Qwen 2.5-VL? Its overall performance.
So they tested it on a wide range of benchmarks, all those different tasks, different domains, document understanding, object grounding, video comprehension, agent functionality.
Okay, and how did it stack up against those other models?
The results were really impressive. Qwen 2.5-VL, it consistently outperformed the competition, achieving state-of-the-art results.
Wow, that's amazing. Can you give us some specific examples?
Yeah, for document understanding, Qwen 2.5-VL excelled on benchmarks like CCOCR and OmniDocBench, showed remarkable accuracy even with those complex documents.
So it's like having a super intelligent AI assistant can just understand any document you give it.
Exactly. And then in object grounding, it performed exceptionally well on benchmarks like RefCoco, RefCoco plus Galo, and RefCoCog, showing its ability to pinpoint objects based on those descriptions.
It's like playing I Spy. But Qwen 2.5-VL never misses. What about video comprehension? How did it perform there?
Oh, it really shined there. It got outstanding results on benchmarks like LV-Bench, MLVU, and Schrade's STA.
Wow.
So it can really grasp those temporal dynamics and events, even in those really long videos.
It's almost like it can watch a movie and not just understand the plot, but, analyze the characters, the nuances of the storytelling. That's pretty remarkable.
It really is. And for agent functionality, it also had exceptional results. Benchmarks like ScreenSpot and ScreenSpot Pro, showing its accuracy and efficiency in working with those graphical user interfaces.
It's like having an AI assistant that can handle all your digital tasks seamlessly. This is really mind-blowing. It seems like AI has come so far, so fast.
Yeah, it has. And these advancements are really shaping the future. But, it's important to remember as we celebrate these advancements, we have to address those ethical implications as well.
You're absolutely right. We need to make sure that the development and deployment of AI are aligned with human values, with the well-being of society.
Absolutely.
This has been an incredible deep dive into Qwen 2.5-VL. It's clear that this model is a major step forward in vision language models, opening up a world of possibilities.
I agree. It's been a pleasure exploring this research with you.
And to all our listeners, we encourage you to keep learning. and engaging in those conversations about the future of AI. This is just a glimpse of what's possible. We're just scratching the surface of AI's potential. Thanks for joining us today.
Until next time.